Hello, mis amigos. Welcome to day 4 of £200 to 10k. If this is your first episode, essentially we landed it in Bali 4 days ago at like 1 a.m. and we had £200 in the bank account. And our goal essentially is to end on the 27th of April 2026 with £10,000 in the bank account. And it's already an insane journey, leaning on God's understanding and not my own. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. That is the quote of the day, the verse from yesterday as well. And yeah, I had a very funny email come through today. So I woke up, I just thought I'd just check my emails. And essentially it said, payment to company was unsuccessful for $237.60. It was supposed to come out tomorrow, but apparently they bill every 28 days rather than every month. So rather than doing it on the 2nd of April, they tried taking the money out when there wasn't enough money in the account. So that equates to probably about 180 quid in UK money from dollars, which isn't too much at all. And funnily enough, I just hopped off a coaching call. I just hopped off a call with my first mindset coaching client. He was an inbound lead that came in yesterday. He messaged me, he said, Matt, I haven't seen you in the gym in a long time. How's things going with the business? What countries are you currently traveling around? I hopped on a call with him and I had the pure intention of serving this man with so much value. And my business partner, I sat down with him, we spent 2 weeks together in Marbella. And I said, bro, look, I think we're going to work extremely well together, but we need to be more dialed in with our mindsets. So I've already invested about 5k into mindset, and I sat down with my business partner, and by the end of the 2 weeks, he said, Matt, honestly, that has just transformed my whole perspective on life. I would pay about 5k for that. And that kind of was like the turning point for me. I was like, holy shit, I can provide so much value to people. I mean, people are currently paying me £900 for 2 hours of my time for AI consultation, which is sick. It's great. But what truly fulfills me is serving other people to help them get from like a lower state to where they want to become as a person. So if they're feeling depressed, lonely, unconfident, self-conscious, and they're trying to become that confident version of themselves that's happy, joyful, peaceful, fulfilled, who doesn't worry about things. Helping someone to have that transformation is extremely fulfilling to me. And while it's great to save people time and increase the revenue in their business using AI and automations, it's not as fulfilling. And while I truly enjoy it, and while it's going to help me to get to £10,000 profit this month, I hopped on a coaching call today with the pure intention of serving this man. And unfortunately, he wasn't really financially qualified, but I spoke to God and I said, Lord, I want to serve this man regardless. I want to deliver so much value that it's going to come back to me in the future. Because when you serve first without the intention of receiving, things come to you tenfold. They multiply. So initially, I went in a lot of a higher price for 3 months up front for 8 coaching calls. We adjusted the price and just did the first month for 4 coaching calls for only £180. So honestly, it's not much at all. It's very small investment. But I spoke to God and I feel good about that because actually he invested so much into himself. Because similar to when Jesus is talking about giving, I just remember this one quote in the Bible where there's a wealthy man that gives, let's just say 50 quid and puts it into the pocket of somebody to donate to the church, as an example. I can't remember what the exact verse was. And then a poor woman comes along and she donates 10p. And Jesus said, you guys do not realize, but she gave way more than the rich man because she gave more when she had little. And that's just kind of come to me now. This guy only had like 240 quid to invest in himself. He was spending way too much on other things, like chasing external validation by having nice things that he couldn't really afford. And I just realized he's invested like 80% of, or 70% of what he's got into himself. And I'm honored that I'm able to help him, because he's actually invested so much in himself because of that. And that's really fulfilling. So we've got another 4 sales calls booked today. Well, 3 sales calls of which are booked and 1 which is going to be confirmed later this afternoon. All of which is for my AI and automation businesses. And I'm just going with the sole intention of serving people, delivering as much value to these people as I possibly can, and being detached from the outcome, because I can't control the outcome, but I can control the input and my energy when I come into this call, so that I have the pure intention of serving people. So I'll keep you updated. I'll record a video at the end of the day and let you guys know how it's coming along. We're making money. We're making progress, guys. I suppose now we've got £380 towards the 10k, and then I've got 180 quid coming out immediately, which is great. So I suppose we're back down to the £200 to 10k. Great. But by the end of the day, that's going to change. I need to look for accommodation now, because my stay at this place is now up. But we trust God. We trust God, and we trust ourselves. So we're going to serve people. We're going to deliver so much value, trust in the Lord with all our hearts. And from here, who knows what's going to happen. I'll keep you updated, guys. Have a blessed day. Seize the day. I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hey guys, I just want to say, God has got a sense of humor. I just hopped off a coaching call and closed this client for £180 for 4 coaching calls, which is not a lot of money. And basically I had £200 in my bank account as soon as I arrived in Bali. And I had this bill coming up, which I thought was going to be about £200 to £220. It was actually $227. And God changed the conversion rate from US dollars to British pounds, so that the amount was actually exactly £180 and 60p. So I'm now 60p more broke than I was, but it's just God's way of telling me that, just to trust in him, and he's got everything covered. I don't need to worry. I'm serving people, and I honestly just found it hilarious when I looked at the conversion rate and just saw the money come out of my account, and I was like, I just made 180 quid and now I'm 60p worse off. Anyway, I hope you guys have a blessed day. I thought you'd enjoy this. Catch you in the next one. Good evening, mis amigos. I wanted to update you at the end of the day. It's currently 16 minutes past midnight. We've just had a very blessed day. A very blessed day indeed. We had 5 sales calls today. Our first one was with Tom, who's my first mindset client, and I had one person who didn't show up, and I had 2 other people which I was hoping to close, turn into business, and the calls went extremely well, but we didn't close. And I was just so close with God, and I had that quote, that verse in the back of my mind which said, seek first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. So I finished that last sales call and I was like, oh shit, I don't actually have money, and tomorrow morning I need to check out at this place and I need to find accommodation to stay. So I prayed and I said, God, give me guidance. Tell me exactly what I need to do. And he says, open WhatsApp and send a few messages to some people in your contacts. So I messaged a few people and I scrolled down and I saw one of my old friends typing. I was like, what is he doing up? Why is he typing at this time? And I was like, there's no way. That's what I remember saying, no way, that's crazy. And he said he had a dream about me last night, and he said the dream was that I was stressed and I was upset. And I haven't been, like, I'm not really stressed because I trust God. But I've cried the past few days. I've cried, and to be fair, I probably have been stressed. And he said that he had a dream about me being stressed and upset. And I burst into tears. I hadn't heard this guy's voice in a couple of months, and it was, well, yeah, about a month and a half. And it felt so good. And I missed him like crazy. And he was just there for me, man. And it felt so good. It felt unbelievable. And like after we ended our little catch up, I was like, okay, God, tell me what to do. And he said, send a message to this person. I sent a message to an old friend of mine who I hadn't spoken to in a while, and she went, oh my God, the timing is insane. Timing is insane. She'd been having the worst few weeks of her life, and she just like felt like completely giving up with everything that she was working towards. And she was like, I basically just said to her, God told me to message you. So I had, like, how's things going at the moment? She's just like, yeah, she's burst into tears as well. So I had that exact experience happen to me, and then I helped someone have that same experience to show that God actually is there for us. He is looking out for us. And while we might be struggling in times of need, He's always there. Trust in God with all your heart and lean not in your own understanding. God told me to reach out to another person, and He told me to message him about mindset coaching. So I did, and I just hopped on a call with him, and I pitched him £1,200 for 3 months worth of mindset coaching. And he was keen. He said, obviously he doesn't, like, I mean, to be fair, I probably didn't sell it to him the best way, to be honest. It was 11 p.m. I was quite tired. And I spoke to him for over an hour, or just under an hour, and talked him through the motions. I was like, you know, like, man, who do you want to become? Like, what's your dreams? What's your goals? Where are you currently at right now? What's stopping you from getting to your goals? Like, why don't you just do that now? And talking to him about mindset, and I just said I pitched him £1,200 and he's keen, but yeah, he's gonna sleep on it. He's gonna get back to me tomorrow, and with God, all things are possible. I believe that we're gonna work together, but the external side of things does not matter to me. It really doesn't. As long as I've got a place to stay, I got food in my stomach, and I can serve people, that's truly fulfilling to me. The main reason for me wanting to make 10K by the end of the 27th of April 2026 is because I want to serve other people more. I want to pay for my mum's bills. I want to pay for her to come visit me out in foreign countries, like when I'm living in Spain. I want her to come visit me whenever she wants. I want to give more. I want to be able to give to more people, to tip extremely well. I want to step into that higher version of myself that does that. And yeah, I can't remember where I was going with that. It's now 22 minutes past midnight, and I appreciate you watching this video. It's obviously a longer one. But yeah, I trust in God with all my faith. I trust that it's already done. I need to book accommodation tomorrow morning. God's telling me to book for 5 nights, and I don't know where I'm gonna find for 5 nights for less than 100 quid, but that's pretty much what I can afford right now. Maybe 150 quid tops. But anyway, it's gonna be an interesting one, mis amigos. We might actually get down to £0 at this rate, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna come to that because I trust God. So seize the day, get after it, take aligned action, and trust in God. Adios.